Shall we have a little chat about contour?
I think so.
I know there's a lot of discourse about contour out there, and I, for one, feel very passionately about contour. I've always loved contour. I think it is fantastic. It is great for creating shape with the face, but as a more alternative individual, I have kind of worn contour, I'll admit, as a freaking bronzer before. Now, there's a couple reasons for this, not only because I'm very fair and I'm more like neutral cool leaning, but also just because I love gray in makeup. And now I want to be very kind of distinct when I'm talking about contour. I will talk and throw up some of the swatches that I've done because I think about contour every single day. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think about it every single day. I think about gray tones in makeup every single day. Now, instead of using like cool tone, warm tone, because that has gotten so lost. I think there's a warp that's happening when people are talking about this. Everybody sees colors differently, but the way that we see them our whole lives are pretty much the same. Unless I feel like, do human vision change? Like, so anyway, I'm not gonna get into the science of that because I'm not a scientist, and human anatomy, don't know about. What I do know about is makeup. And what I do know about is a contour is meant to mimic a shadow. It's meant to kind of take things back. Think of it like a canvas. I'm going to describe this in a way that hopefully makes sense in a little bit of a simplified version. If your face is the canvas, anything that you add dark depth or shadow to will kind of take it back. So people like to add contour on their cheeks with their nose, on their temples, on their like hairline to kind of bring their forehead down, for their jaw, to their neck. There are many things that you can contour, even to your eyes. Like you can add like a contour shade to your crease to kind of hollow your eyes to give, again, the idea of a shadow. I will pop in a little clip of some contours that I was looking at recently here. Going over some contour products. Rituel de Fille down here is clearly the most shadow kind of tone for myself. These two over here are supposed to be the same, which they're very clearly not. I think you can see that. I think the sheen and the shine from like the luminescence of these products makes it kind of hard to see, but this is Amber from Fenty from a long time ago. This is the current day Amber, definitely warmer current day. This is Milk Makeup. This is an old Fawn ABH. This is a new Fawn ABH. I think there's a little bit of a difference between those. If I really think about it, some of these I've had for a very long time, especially the top Fawn one in the old Fenty matchsticks. This is wild to look at, and a lot of these, you know, are lovely, have a neutral, like shadowy kind of vibe, but the difference in the two matchsticks one is wild to me. Absolutely wild. But I'm going to talk about some of my favorite contours today, but I really want to help you understand that contour, if it were straight up gray, and if it were only gray, it would be less believable and or natural seeming, because usually when you have a contour that you really like, there's a bit more to it. There's a bit of purple, there's a bit of green, sometimes there is a bit of yellow. Like there's these tiny little nuances that happen with contour shades that you probably really like, unknowingly maybe to some of you, that make it kind of your favorite kind of contour shade. Now, I am going to speak about contours that I like and enjoy for very fair skin. What I want to also emphasize that if you have a brand that offers two contour shades, that's an issue. That's a problem, because everybody can contour, okay? Everybody. I think that's very well understood. Also aesthetically, if you just wanted like a straight up gray, I am talking like if you wanted, let's take this, like Dove Gray. You could use a straight up gray for a contour for more like stylized aesthetic kind of vibe. You could do that. You can do whatever you want with your makeup. But if you are wanting to achieve a contour, your placement is also important as well. Let me explain. You see this little indent right here? I've contoured it slightly. It's where my cheekbone actually starts to dip. That is where I contour. If I want a natural looking contour, I will not go past that. Sometimes I bring it up a little bit higher, but I will keep it right in here, right in here. You can bring it down. A lot of makeup artists in the past have brought contour like literally to the corner of the mouth to really, really chisel. I'm gonna speak on contour terms for like daily wear makeup. When you're contouring for drag, or if you're contouring for a more, again, a style, an aesthetic, in editorial kind of way, that's different. Love that. You know that I love that. I do that all the time when I'm doing like, I don't know. When I contoured my Shrek face, that was a choice. That was a style choice. But anyway, you want to kind of match up your contour to your bone structure, to your face shape, to your natural kind of way that your face is. And for myself, I also contour the tip of my nose where the indents of my nose are. So it brings the shape of my nose back to my face. When you're highlighting, you're bringing things forward on the canvas. When you're, adding shadow, bringing it back, you're sending it back in the plane that is, again, the canvas of your face. So right in here is very common. A lot of people will hollow like their temples as well. Oops, what was that? There was something on my brush. Dang it. Okay, well, ignore that. But typically it's the cheeks. It can be the jawline as well. You can contour like all the way under here, all the way around, so that you achieve more of a shadow. So it appears sharper. If you want to kind of shorten up here, you will contour your hairline. People can do that as well. This is to say, these are all options. You don't have to do any of this. And also, if you're like, well, I don't like to contour my temples, so why would I do that? Don't do it. I'm not telling you you have to contour anything, actually. I'm going to talk about a couple contour products that I really, really like. The first one being the Rituel de Fille Intuition. I've used this for a very long time. It is obviously very well loved. I adore this. It's stunning, but this has purple in it. And I like this because I like the purple tones in it and I like the taupey tones in it. It also has a good amount of like taupe brown. That was a horrible swatch. I'm so sorry. But to see this kind of blended out, stunning, gorgeous. Another thing I like to use for contour is my lipstick, M148. I'm wearing it right now as a contour. I like to have it be very slight, but sometimes I like to amp it up. I'm not gonna lie, I want chiseled. Here, M148 is swatched on my hand. This is kind of like a full swatch though. So like to blend it out, I really, I'm obsessed with this dude. Like I'm obsessed. Is it because it's my own shade? Yeah, but also like it's a stellar contour, dude. It freaking works. It has a little bit of green in it. I know sometimes people are like, looks like it has green. It does, baby. I made it that way. Okay, anyway, this is a powder one I have loved for a very, very long time. This is from Kaleidos. Clearly, I love that. Another one that I just need to mention because this has been one of my all-time favorite palettes in existence of all time, and literally, Blend Bunny, if you see this, if you hear me, I know that it's gone now, but why would you break my heart like this? This is the Forget Me Not palette. Heads up, it's very well used, it's very well loved. If you don't like used makeup, why? Actually, what's up with that? But here's mine. This one has more purple in it. You can literally see like the pan. I know I'm about to hit pan on a lot of these, but anyway, so this has more purple. The one up top, this All I Need shade, definitely has more green, even has a little bit of blue to it. So again, when thinking about shadows, like these things are very important. I can't tell you how much I love this. I do not travel. I do not go anywhere without this. This is such a staple to me. I'm obsessed with the highlights. Blend Buddy, please, please. Oh, why? This is just one of the most perfect palettes. I just honestly, it has a mirror in it. My mirror is disgusting. I'm actually not going to show you that side. You don't need to see that. The versatility, the range in that, it's perfect. It's literally so perfect and stunning and amazing. So those are some powders. I have used so many contours throughout the years. I used the NYX one. I don't even remember the name of it. You're So Taupe. Is that it? The cheap, you can't even find that now. I used many of those. So I feel like as someone who has loved contour for a long time, who is learning constantly about contour and wants to learn more about contour constantly, it's fascinating to me. I do love it. I love the painting on your face that is makeup, but the creating shape of it all is important. And if it's something that you're looking for, know that looking for just a straight up gray is wonderful and fantastic, but if you find something that has a little bit of blue, has a little bit of taupe, has that brown, is a little bit more neutral, putting it on yourself is going to look different than swatches. These Mob cream clays to mix into, if you want a little more gray in, add this in. If you want a little more purpley tone, add 111. But know that you can get a similar effect and just have it in like these little like spots. A little eat here, a little oot there, and you can get a contoured effect. I think sometimes the way that we don't have this in the market is because not a lot of people, I wouldn't say the vast majority of makeup users, and this goes for everyone who wears makeup, not just the people who are like putting makeup on, but like the vast majority are relatively uninterested in contour and like historically speaking have been relatively uninterested. Now you're like, I feel you screaming in my comments because you're like, no, but I care. Are you alternative? Are you maybe a little goth? Are you maybe a little grunge? You maybe a little bit punk, emo? Any of those subcultures? Yeah, I thought so. Contour has been around for a very long time, but I would say that the general population getting into contour is a plot twist that I quite enjoy because then more people are talking about it and then we get more from brands. However, a lot of brands that don't typically make contour products are a bit lost, maybe. So anyway, that's just some thoughts of mine on contour. How many times have I said contour? Don't know. There should always be range. Tones are incredibly important, and placement. Placement is your best friend. But as always, you can do what you want with your makeup. Make it stylish, make it editorial, make it fun. But I hope that maybe some of this was at least useful or helpful. And as always, thanks for being here, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! These tones make me so happy.